Hi, my name is Marc Corona. I've been with Manna worldwide for 10 years now. About 5 or 6 years ago, we had the opportunity to start a coffee company because a lot of our projects where we help feed kids around the world are in countries that produce coffee. And so we thought, what better way to get involved in that process than by opening up a coffee company here in the States. Never having done a project from a general contracting perspective to the scope of Mango Tree was basically, we gutted the building and built it back up. For me, doing it with a team of people was probably the biggest factor in making sure that we, continued through all the way to the finish line. Because if it were just me, I can guarantee I would have given up. When we came into this building initially and decided to lease it, it was, like I said, it was crazy. Working with root architecture and having, whether it's exactly the same as what it ends up being or not, it doesn't matter. It's having that visual picture of what it could look like someday, and then working with you to create what the plan is to get there is also just a huge motivational, inspirational factor of helping get to the finish line. And the benefit of having, Root to be able to work with was, we sort of had a basic idea of what we wanted to do with the space, how we want it to feel. And then we were able to just say, hey, Zeke, make this happen. Because I don't know what it takes. And not only is it based on, building and what you're able to do with building materials, but what are you allowed to do from a zoning or a permit perspective. And so, to be able to have someone on your team that you can say, hey, what if we did this? And they can say, well, actually you can't do this. Or if you really want to do this, this is what it's going to take. That was super helpful. Zeke was able to say, this is something that maybe I've done in the past, or this is something that we've, utilized in another project, but we think it would work really well here. It fits with what you're trying to do. And so he brings that unique experience with his desire to bring a personal touch, as opposed to just sitting in his office and trying to draw up some things that he ultimately thought it could do in the limited amount of time that he had working on our project versus working on all the other projects he was working on. Although it was a long process, I think having people that come alongside and help, it really makes it a process that you see value in, and one that kind of motivates you and inspires you to continue.